Across the globe, human beings engage in massive, synchronized physical acts of devotion. 85% of the global population identifies with a religious faith. But the way we organize and attempt to understand this massive block of humanity is usually filtered through a rigid, highly constructed academic lens. In 1915, German sociologist Max Weber popularized a framework that categorized global faith into the big five world religions: Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Scholars argue that because this paradigm was modeled on the Protestant experience, prioritizing a single faith identity and a central holy book, it struggled to account for the reality of millions who identify with various traditions at once. When this 19th century framework was applied globally, it often forced diverse village practices into a restrictive European mold. To actually understand what the world believes, we have to drop the rigid boxes. Instead, we can map human faith chronologically and trace the branches of its interconnected family trees. The oldest foundational root of human belief is animism. Before early humans formalized deities or built temples, they observed that everything in the natural world, rivers, trees, mountains, and the wind itself, possessed a living soul. This deep reverence for the natural world eventually crystallized into organized philosophies. In East Asia, it evolved into Taoism, which teaches adherence to the Tao, the effortless, current-like rhythm of the universe. In Japan, this root took the form of Shintoism. Practitioners honor kami through rituals anchored at shrines woven directly into the local environment. These ancient belief structures have no central founders and no single holy texts demanding strict obedience. Within this lineage, the human problem is not framed as sin, but as a loss of harmony with the living ecosystem. On the Indian subcontinent, faith developed into a vast, sprawling collection of philosophies known as Hinduism. While there are thousands of distinct deities worshipped along these riverbanks, they are largely understood as different manifestations of one underlying reality known as Brahman. Samsara is the core mechanic of the Dharmic family tree, an endless cycle of death and rebirth governed by karma. Buddhism splintered by altering the objective. The goal was to escape the cycle entirely, extinguishing desires to achieve nirvana. Jainism developed along the same branch, taking the physical mechanics of karma to its logical extreme. Devout practitioners follow a code of nonviolence. Monks wear masks, sweep the ground ahead, and refuse root vegetables to avoid accidentally killing microscopic organisms. Centuries later, Sikhism emerged in India by observing the deep divisions within Hinduism and Islam. The faith rejected the strict caste systems defining the region. Sikhism established radical equality as its highest form of worship. This principle is demonstrated daily as practitioners gather to cook and share meals side by side. Across the entire Dharmic family tree, salvation is not framed as achieving eternal life after death. It is the pursuit of final liberation, whether that means breaking free of the self or dissolving boundaries through service. Meanwhile, a different structure emerged in the ancient Middle East. The cosmos was understood as a brutal, ongoing war between pure light and total darkness. This blueprint originated with ancient Persian Zoroastrianism. It introduced a single good creator, battling an evil force, the exercise of free will, and a final cosmic judgment. Judaism forms the deep root of the Abrahamic tree, replacing the abstract cosmic war with a specific earthly deal, a covenant between God and a chosen people who follow religious laws while awaiting a Messiah. Christianity fractured off from Judaism with the claim that this Messiah had already arrived. The focus shifted away from the specific covenant and toward universal salvation, paid for through a single divine sacrifice. Islam grew as the final major branch of this tree. While recognizing previous prophets, Muslims view Muhammad as the final, unedited messenger, delivering the exact words of the same God. This timeline visualizes the shift in perspective. Instead of the repeating cycle found in the Dharmic traditions, existence here moves along a singular, directed path toward a final destination. The Abrahamic family tree consistently defines the core human problem as sin, a break in obedience. The solutions are rooted in adhering to divine law, maintaining faith, and committing to a side before the timeline runs out. As the world globalized and these distinct lineages collided, modern movements began attempting to weave these seemingly contradictory family trees into a single, unified truth. The Bahá'í Faith, founded in 19th century Iran, operates on the core claim that all major world religions are essentially correct. In this view, Moses, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad were all delivering the same message, simply tailored to the culture and capacity of their specific eras. In Vietnam, the Cao Dai faith provides a physical synthesis of Eastern and Western theology, blending karma and reincarnation with a monotheistic creator. Their official divine hierarchy places figures like the Buddha and Jesus right alongside the French novelist Victor Hugo, acting as saints delivering moral guidance. From the way Persian concepts shaped Western theology to the blending of Buddhism with Chinese folk traditions, these synthesizers represent a broader pattern. Belief systems rarely exist as exclusive boxes. They are living lineages that have historically borrowed, blended, and evolved through contact. Whether the goal is escaping a cycle to reach nirvana, aligning with the natural flow of the universe, or following a linear path to heaven, mapping these religions reveals a shared human mechanism. They are all, at their root, attempts to construct a coherence for our place in the cosmos.